Let me show you how to take a diagram picture and create a blank or a numbered version that you could insert into your digital assignments to quiz or review the students on that diagram. Now the method that I'm going to show you to do this uses Google Slides, but I'm sure there's other websites where you could accomplish the same goal. Here's the kind of diagram I'm talking about to create. Let's say you have a blank or a labeled version of this diagram that you've gotten from your textbook publisher or you've downloaded from the internet, and you want to make a version that has these numbers. But it needs to be digital, not something that's just handwritten like we might have done previously in class. So you would go to Google Drive and create a new Google Slides file, and it can just be a blank one. I can use this default slide that's come up, but I'm going to select these text boxes and delete them because I don't need them. And I want to insert the picture of the diagram onto this slide. You can do that either by going to the Insert menu and choosing Image, or this little icon here is for an image and it gets you that same Insert menu. I've downloaded a picture onto my computer that I licensed from a website, and so I find the place on the computer where I saved it and I can upload it from there. Alright, now we want to hide all the names and replace them with either numbers or letters. I'm going to do that by choosing this little T in the box. That's the Insert Text tool. And if you choose that, your mouse will change to a little crosshair kind of thing, and I'll draw a rectangle around the word that I want to cover. In order to get it covered, I need to change the fill of the box. This little paint can that's dripping will fill the box with a color. I'm going to choose white so it just blends into the background. And then I can type the number or letter that I want that part of the diagram to be. And then I can highlight the number that I typed and change it to make it a little bolder. I can make it larger. I'm going to center it in the text box and maybe pull this text box up a little bit so the number lines up with the line. Now what I would do at this point is rather than repeating that create a text box, change the fill color, change the font for all of these, I'm going to select the box. I hover over the border of the box till I get that double arrow icon, and that'll select the whole box. And then I can copy that box and then paste it and then drag that around to my next word. Double click on the number and replace it with a new number. If it doesn't completely hide that word, in this case it doesn't, I'll just make the box a little bit larger so that it does. And then I'll repeat that process until I have of copying and pasting the text box. At this point it's already copied, so I can paste again and drag it on every word until I have them all numbered. And now that I have everything numbered, I'm going to go to the File menu, go to Download, and then choose JPEG of the current slide. That's an image file. PNG is another type of image file. Depending on what kind of diagram you had, a PNG file can have transparency to the image, where a JPEG just has a rectangular image, kind of a normal sort of image, and there wouldn't be any transparency to it. So it'll save this file, this picture file, to a place on my computer, and now I'm ready to insert that picture into something like a Google quiz. So I could go into a Google quiz or self-grading assignment that I'm building, and wherever I want the picture to be, I'll click on the box right above it. So maybe I want it right before this multiple choice section. If I click on the box right above that, I can choose to add an image from the sidebar, and I'm going to upload from my computer. I'll browse and find that flower diagram that I just downloaded to my computer, and it inserts it right here into my quiz, and then I can make questions following that refer to that picture. It's also possible to insert a picture on just one specific question. If you click on a question, and the icon isn't always visible, but if you hover in this area, you'll see that same image icon, and you could browse on your computer and insert the image, and it shows up only for this one question. It'll be between the question that you're asking and the choices. So those are two different ways you can insert a picture into your Google quiz.